NFTs and Web3 are not the future. In this video, we're going to discuss why that is. Let's jump right into it. Stagnation, welcome back to the channel. In today's interesting episode, right? We have to call it an interesting episode. We're going to talk about why, in today's incredible, spectacular episode, we're going to talk about why NFTs, essentially PNGs or JPEGs on the internet, and Web3 are not the future. Okay, that could be partially because it already exists, but it is what it is. First of all, I want to begin here. What is an NFT? Because that's the main thing, right? People need to understand, because the crypto space, one of the reasons it's failing is because there is a lack of understanding. So an NFT, as written here in this article, is a blockchain token that can serve as proof of ownership for an item. It can represent digital holdings, or it can represent digital things like profile pictures, artwork, and collectibles, but also interactive video game items, customer engagement rewards, real estate deeds, and more.
Contracts, baby. Smart contracts,
man. Smart contracts. All things you can do on Bitcoin, by the way. I would like to start from there, right? I'm just going to read a little snippet from here, and then we're going to get your feedback on this double O. JPEGs, this article is from Decrypt. JPEGs are not the future of Web3 and NFTs, right? Polygon Studios metaverse lead believes so. So, Brian Trunzo, this is a metaverse lead at Polygon Studio, right? Had an interview with Decrypt where he told them that the crypto industry will have achieved mainstream adoption of Web3 technology, NFTs, and the metaverse when we stop saying it, when those terms are no longer necessary. Furthermore, Trunzo believes that skeptics of the technology are informed by a limited understanding of Web3, like I mentioned at the beginning, and suggests that a wider set of NFTs will use a wider set of NFT use cases, right, will take hold in the future. It's because the understanding of it is that I'm so screwing up this reading. It's because the understanding of it is that which the mainstream media reports to be right-click, save JPEGs, an investable asset class, which is not the future of Web3 and NFTs in my mind, he explained. This is an interesting one, especially coming from Polygon Studios, because we know that these guys are definitely in this Web3 space, if you will. Now, before we jump into this thing, there's a couple of things I would just like to point out here, right? When it comes to Web3, okay, and when it comes to a lot of the things that we understand at this point in time that Web3 and NFTs are trying to achieve, those things already exist. They exist on Web 2.0. It exists in, well, pretty much whatever it is we're doing right now, right? We can achieve those things. I think one of the main things, the key points that we are trying to resolve as a society is this centralization issue. We've seen it with the original internet. We have seen it with banking and a lot of other things in our society. So, Double Up, what are your thoughts on this one?
I don't even know where to start. But we just covered a lot there. Facts, truths, understanding of the understanding of the understanding. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, man. 3 layers down, sir.
When they throw money at it, they can make it do whatever they want it to do. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. People are raising millions and millions of dollars. I can't blame them. You got to retain that power. You know, you did that with the internet. Now, you don't even have control of the internet. They know everything that you're doing on the internet. And that's exactly what they're doing with Web 3.0. The same companies have basically bought out the entire blockchain space even trying to creep into the Bitcoin space with some
Right.
solutions as well. And the reality is that you continue to be the product, right?
Mm.
NFTs, if you're out there buying JPEGs, pictures, that is not the future of NFTs. We have our guy Ben out there releasing music on NFTs. That is
Mm.
NFTs. That is real value. You can own your own product without a production company owning you with some big contract where you cannot release music for 10 years because they own all your music.
Mm.
NFT allow you to own your own value, right? But what they're doing now again is what the banks have done, right? Which is now they own your money. So if you now allow these Ethereum based solutions to now be the bank of your value again, so called decentralized, then you're
Yeah.
giving away your power again.
That is the. I think that is one point that we need to very much clarify. This was not an issue that I don't remember this being a major issue that society was fighting for. I understand the battle that artists have with record labels to try and maintain, ownership of their own art. Um, but you can achieve that right now to a certain extent, right? You
Yep.
can create your own art and you can have full ownership of it and host it on a server where you're the only one that has access to that. But you're still hosting on Amazon
Did.
servers or whatever
Yep.
else the case might be, which is,
Yep.
it's okay, it's fine, it's cool. But the idea that, we're going to go to this Web3 and it's going to be this decentralized web, that is where, because when it comes to Web3, when it comes to NFTs, and when it comes to the crypto space in general, decentralization, I'll repeat it, decentralization has been the key driving term for everything that we are experiencing right now. And it turns
Yep.
out that the decentralization was a lie. Now Bitcoin can achieve all the same things factually. So they have resorted to social attacks, right, from some people, trying to push people into these other coins. Try to get as many people not to go into Bitcoin anymore and send them into these altcoins so we're in the same place. It's Web 2.0 in shiny clothing, if you will. Go ahead.
I will remind people, if you're paying for a Windows operating system now, it's your fault because at some point you could have had Linux and Unix for free.
Mm,
Better operating system, more secure. The internet was supposed to be it was supposed to give us the freedom to communicate and share data and
right.
interact. But guess what? Now they're blocking you out of social media sites. It's all centrally controlled by big banks and very, very
Big
small
tech.
companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook. That's what happened to the internet. And with
Mm,
blockchain, which is the future, we've done several videos about blockchains, which is the future. We're going to have a video at the end of this video for you to check out. It is the future, but the same thing is happening again. I will not be surprised with the amount of billions of dollars that's been thrown at it that they will be partially successful. But just remember, Linux and Unix is still around, just like Windows is around now.
yeah.
Bitcoin would be around, but you need to understand that Bitcoin is a better feature than what they're trying to sell you.
And it's interesting because Linux is still around and still being used by the big corporations in the background.
Yep.
You know, speaking of throwing money at things, I think you had like a graphic from somewhere that
Oh
show
yeah. Yeah. Let me add
all
that to the
the money
screen.
or all the decentralized companies, if you will,
Fire,
or the
baby.
decentralized applications which have now been purchased by centralized entities. What an interesting situation.
So Brave is again, if you want to invest, this is not financial advice, but I'm not saying they are bad things. I'm just letting you. You just gotta understand that the future that you think you want has been redefined for you, and you think you're getting it, but it's not what you're getting. It's something
Yeah.
else different. Brave browser, just like Chrome, except for
Mm,
you get paid now for searches. You're now part of the ecosystem. So instead of them using you as a product, you are part of the service and product at the same time. Audios, your media, you know, there is a crypto token out there for that. Odyssey, we're already in Odyssey, but if you don't know, you know. Now you know. Google actually owns Odyssey. Steam Meet, we gotta go check that out. MetaMask, oh my goodness. I hope this Ethereum merge has fixed that because The
You know,
transaction fees are way more expensive than PayPal.
that is a shocking one because MetaMask was supposed to be this decentralized thing where once you cross into MetaMask, you're now in the decentralized web. And I've never seen anything more centralized than MetaMask right now. It's incredible.
Dude, everything that
Yeah.
you do is a transaction fee. I lost a
Yeah.
thousand dollars trying to stake my Shiba
Yeah.
using MetaMask.
Rough times there,
Pre-search.
man.
Pre-search is pretty cool. I'm getting points on that. I hope those tokens have some value in the future.
Have you looked at the chart?
Phantom, I keep checking it out. You know, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Pre-search. Yeah, we already just talked about pre-search. Phantom. I used to invest in Phantom back in the day. I need to go DCA on my Phantom. Again, I believe in Bitcoin, but blockchain is just like Bitcoin is the type of blockchain. These other blockchains are trying to solve other problems, but what we're trying to say is that Bitcoin solves them as well. But hey, money have been thrown at these guys, so they say follow the money. The money
Yeah.
is with Bitcoin for sure,
I'm
but
looking at all these things and I'm trying to figure out what they can do better than the companies you see on the left there, and I cannot find it.
it's the same thing.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
It's the
And
same
it's
thing.
with a Web 3.0 brand on it, definitely not decentralized, you know. So
Yeah.
this is why I think, look, man, it's not the future because it already exists.
Yeah.
Is one of the big things I would say. So it does not seem to me that we're getting anything new. When we talk about the use cases, I think these people are dropping use cases that already exist and use cases that nobody is really complaining about it. You know, when we talk about speed, we cannot go any faster than we really are, right? So if you were to click on something, you will not be able to tell if it was half a second faster or a quarter of a second faster. You know, so it now comes down to making changes that bring true positive effects to our current state of living. And when you look at uh, the current society we live in, okay, a lot of our problems are coming from inequality, financial inequality, only uh, inequality in access to banking, inequality in access to the global markets, right? The lack of ease in transactions, right, globally, right, from an individual level. I know that banks can sling money across the world anytime they want, but I think in 2022, any normal human being should be able to transfer money anywhere across the world without having to deal with Western Union and those other guys. You should be able to work from anywhere in the world and get paid in a currency that is not going to get destroyed as it crosses borders. That is what Bitcoin does. It does its own accounting, does its own timing and everything. So no one needs to manipulate the data or the information. No one needs to be in control of how you exchange or store that value. And Bitcoin is already doing that. It's already doing that. You look at the uptime of Bitcoin; it's incredible for something that does not have a centralized babysitter, if you will, right? So, with that being said, it is very clear that there's a superior asset out here that has the capability of executing everything that we see in the Web3 space. And these NFTs, I still don't get it.
Don't just buy JPEGs. Just get out of buying JPEGs. Buy the if you were going to invest in blockchains, buy the infrastructure ones. You know, like send. I'm giving financial advice. This is not
I
financial
can I cannot
advice.
even I cannot even say that, man. Look, someone may feel otherwise, and I think that it would be good for us to discuss it, get a different perspective as well, right? It's the same
Yeah.
like Brian Trunzo here with the Polygon Studio said that most people
Yeah.
don't understand it. Maybe we're one of those peoples, but I can tell you that in this very interview that he was talking about here, he did not give a clear use case for NFTs in Web3. So, um,
Can I
you
can I
know,
say can I say one thing though?
yeah,
At the end of the day, your value is still being held by somebody else in somebody
yeah,
else's infrastructure. And that is what we're trying to get out of, which is why we have Bitcoin. But if you go with Polygon, Sandbox, Decentraland, and all these other solutions, which I will not deny, I have shares of the tokens. You are still playing into the current system. You have not gotten out of the system, which I
Yeah.
also have Bitcoin, which gets out. And what's his name? Jack Moll is working on Web 5.0, which at the end of the day, you create the content, you own that content, you decide what that content is. You have your own privacy. You know,
Yeah.
it's like going from Facebook and saying you don't have any privacy, and then going to stream it, and you still don't have any privacy because even though you're part of the business model or the cycle or the value chain, they're still using you to make a ton more money, except for the women making as much more money as they're doing right now in Web 2.0, which is the current system that we have. At the end of the day,
Well,
it's just the money. It's not
this is
about
true. Yeah, I agree. I think we'll have to wait and see. Maybe one day these use cases will suddenly start popping out of nowhere. But it seemed like Bitcoin. A lot of people will not get it right, but you have to like spend time really looking into it and the use cases. And I think that when we look at the value provided, Bitcoin wins.
yep.
That's just where I'm at.
Yep.
Final thoughts before we wrap this one up, sir.
Just buy Bitcoin.
Yes.
Not
Buy
financial
Bitcoin
advice.
and move it off the exchanges. Store your own Bitcoin. Self-custody
Yes.
your own Bitcoin. Buy the Bitcoin, move it off the exchange. Buy the Bitcoin, move it off the exchange. It's the number one move. So we're going to keep saying it because we have to do our own part to getting us to the future that we envision,
Yeah, we
right?
all
So,
won. That
yes.
is the
So,
problem that we're trying to fix.
hey, and I think it's on all of us, man, to participate. Do your part to make sure that someone else knows about this and we move in the right direction.
Share the
Or
video.
we can just kick back and just say, the elites got it and let them do whatever they want. They're already doing that right now.
See
So
what that got us.
yeah, what else do you have to lose, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. We appreciate you liking, subscribing, and always coming back to the channel. Do not forget to share the video. Comment down below as well. We want to chat with everyone. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, STAKKFin. We're also on Spotify at STAKK. And of course, I like
You know
how I
what's
listed
funny?
all
We just
was
listed out decentralized.
yeah, I know. We just listed all the centralized entities, but listen, man, this is one strategy in business, man. You have to meet the people where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, we cannot be doing a podcast on a block on a Bitcoin situation. Meanwhile, there is nobody there, right?
Yet.
If you go into that space right now, you see it's a lot of people already know what it is, and they're making videos, and it's great. They're passing out that education, passing out information for people who are new or who just found out, and for people who already know. So it is what it is. But where did they come from? They came from where we are right now. Is what I'm saying. So, what better place to let the people know where they can go to get more information, whether it's just on Bitcoin. If you wanted to trade or take some courses, which we offer, we are all here. Contact us. Okay. If you just want to learn about more Bitcoin education is free. So anytime if you want to learn more about Bitcoin, shoot us a message on STAKKFin. We'll hop online, we'll set up something, and we'll share everything we know with you. It is free to learn about. It's not free to learn about trading though. If you want to, you can have to prepare for that one. But
That's
if you want to learn about Bitcoin, it is free. The information is out there. We can point you in the right direction, give you the right resources, all of that type of stuff. That's what we do. We're good? We're in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, again, do not forget to follow us on our centralized platforms down below. All right. Brazen out.
double O out.
All right.